Troopers, it's me, Tara. We got to move on to Love is Blind, episode 8 from season 7. I cannot wait. The drama is getting good. Couples that I thought were going to stay together, I saw the last episode and I'm like, no. So we got to see. Make sure that you leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, thanks to Prepper for helping edit this down. I would not be here without Prepper. Remember, we spread hugs, love, and laughter here at Terror Troopers. And if you head over to Patreon, you can sync up with your own copy of Love is Blind and get a full-length reaction from me, uncut, so we can have a little TV night together. And also, if you haven't caught me on The Real Rejects, head over there. I react to a bunch of movies and TV. And if you go to rejectnationshop.com, you can get this spooky sweater. Also comes in a t-shirt. I designed this design. It's got all the best horror villains on it. That's me and my co-host Roxy. We watch all the horror movies on The Real Rejects. I think that's it. We should get to it. Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
How involved do you want to be with, like, the wedding?
I do want to make some decisions on, like...
I welcome your opinions.
I welcome your opinions.
Hers. This is like every girl's dream. Just for this.
Okay, I get to choose our kid's name.
Nah. All right.
You can be co-counsel.
Middle name. Okay, the boy.
Deal.
Oh my goodness. Wow. He gets to choose the boy's name if she gets to make most of the decisions for the wedding. A wedding, which is one day. The boy's life is for a long, long time.
This is so cool.
I thought you'd like that.
I get it, 'cause the flowers.
Oh God, the word flowers coming from Monica. I have PTSD. I'm telling you, it's too much.
I'm here to teach you a pressed flower workshop. Oh my.
Good idea, though, Steven. Because obviously she wouldn't shut up about flowers.
I figured because, kind of forgot about the flower thing, but these are going to last forever. Yeah.
Have you ever tried pressing flowers before?
That looks awesome. I want to do that.
You can take a sentimental flower, like a wedding bouquet, and you can preserve those memories for forever.
Ooh, this one's pretty.
This seems so fun.
That looks like a perfect amount.
I'm used to gluing like little models.
Do you know what he means by
Little plastic models.
I actually do. I play D&D as well.
He's very, very into it.
Maybe Steven will end up with this girl instead of Monica.
It's not a competition, but if it was, Haley.
His looks really great.
I like your color scheme better. I do like how you've balanced your colors out across the whole frame.
I feel like you voted for his.
Yeah.
I actually do like Steven's better.
Flowers are nice, yes, but I am sure there are people out there that are like, if I do this, I'm going to get cool, and that is a great perk.
That's true.
I did my Pilates class with Taylor. Taylor's dad is being similar to my dad. Part of him is like, wait to meet this guy. My dad's also like whispered to me a couple times on the phone, how do you know he's not a liar?
I am excited to prove to him that this is genuine. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be right now.
Okay.
Cheersing to great date and these flowers being in our new home forever.
What just happened? Wow, these people have nice houses out here.
Welcome. Living with my parents could be seen as a negative maybe to some people, but I told the panic from the jump, this is where I'm living now. You know who that is, right?
Oh, is that you?
That's me. If you want to, think it's embarrassing, that's fine. I don't. I love my parents. I love my space, so it's good with me.
He sounds like he could be there forever.
You really are so Catholic. Does she know not religious?
No.
Will she care, you think?
No, as long as she sees good values in you.
You want to say hi to Pika?
Oh, Pika's great. Pika's the best thing about this.
My room is right over here.
This was your childhood room.
Yeah.
Have you read those books?
I've read all of them back in the day, yeah.
Whoa.
For school or whatever.
She seemed so surprised by the amount of books, and there wasn't like that many. She went, whoa.
Now you ready to go check out the nitty gritty?
Oh, okay.
Right in here.
Big boy's room.
Yeah, big boy's room. Welcome to the dungeon.
Oh, does he get the whole basement? That's cool.
This is my first stuffed animal. This is Buffy.
My goodness.
Is this your closet or what's this space?
There's a pool table in there, but we just keep a bunch of shit in there.
Nick, you were like, I got a pool table.
Exactly.
With storage on top.
Yeah, I haven't had girlfriends that I bring over to the house, right? You're the third person who's ever kind of seen this space.
Really?
Right after we do get married, probably gonna move pretty quick, right? Mm-hmm. We'll probably move right in.
She looks...
I don't think I'm moving into your basement.
Yeah.
You're gonna be moving in with me, right?
Ready to move out?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know about these two.
Cheers to Marissa and Ramses.
How was everything?
The marriage is coming up, and it's a big decision. It's not something I want to take lightly.
We talked about lifestyle, religion.
Yeah.
Military.
Yeah, we were talking about my military service. If I were in the military, he would not date me.
Even though you love her and everything.
I love her,
just
yeah.
because of that and everything.
These girls are like, oh my God.
This was a part of her life. I mean, I was in as well, and it's like something to be proud of. I love the military, so like I'm just like.
This is what I brought up. She's going to have military friends.
We're aligned on everything except for the military.
You have a disagreement on what you want to teach your kids in the future and what kind of morals you want them to have. How are you going to handle that?
Yeah, good question.
Even like the religion, like we're going to teach our kids about religion, but say with the military. But if my child wants to go into the military, I will support them going in.
And you as well?
Good question.
We will instill certain values and certain things to them, but like ultimately they're free to make those decisions for themselves.
We're her friends. We want the best for her.
Brenda always gets me crying.
Aw. Those are good questions. I'm glad they got to, because I mentioned that. I was like, well, what happens? I'm sure all of her friends are like from the military. Like, how's he going to treat them? But it seemed to go over okay, which is good.
My dad, he's literally the only one in the family that does not know.
So do you want me to talk to him like aside?
Separately.
Or, okay, Alex's love for her family is the reason why I fell in love with her. So meeting them is like meeting an extension of her.
That's like nerve-wracking.
How do you feel, Dad?
Exciting moment.
What?
About meeting Tim. Is that okay with you?
Do I have any choice?
Love you.
Love you.
Oh, boy.
I'm interested in meeting him. I can't say I'm excited.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Hi, how are you? Sir?
Tim, how are you? Nice
Well,
to meet you.
really happy to meet you, sir. Really
Nice
happy
to meet you.
Yes, sir.
You can hear the breath in his voice. He's nervous.
So, Tim, in the pods, was one question that convinced you Alex is the one?
I found myself in like a very soft place where I felt very vulnerable. I never cried so many times in my life. Like the moment that for me was a big standout moment, it was when I was sharing a story about one of my sisters and we ended up crying together. I always look at it through the lens of who do I want next to me on the worst day of my life. She is the person that accepts that and understands that holistic part of me.
That's a great answer. I think Dad is like gonna like what Tim is saying.
I'm a big golfer, so that's like...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I love golf and whiskey. So I was born in England, too. So,
Oh, really?
And so was he.
Whoa, they have so many like commonalities between him and her dad.
So how do you guys feel so far, meeting Tim?
Very nice.
Yeah, thank you. I did want to talk to Mr. Bird privately. Would you all be okay taking Roddy out?
All right.
All right, let's see how this goes. It's quick. You know, we just met him.
I read a letter to Alex in the pod, but it was addressed to you. So if you don't mind, I'm going to read that to you. So, Mr. Bird, thank you for bringing Alex into this world. You raised a kind, intelligent, driven, and resilient daughter who became a place of warmth and comfort and peace for me. Before I make any promises to her, I want to promise to you that I will treat her with the amount of respect and dignity that I would treat one of my own parents' daughters, which soon I hope to make her one of.
Oh, he's gonna cry.
I would like to kindly ask for Alex's hand in marriage for a lifetime.
My baby girl,
Sir.
we just met, but I believe in you. And I accept you as my son.
That means so much too. It really does.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
I welcome you to our family.
Wow. Now I want them to work out, but I don't know about. Oh.
I was happy to accept him into our family with my son. Meet your brother.
Brother-in-law, that feels good.
Are you right?
Oh. Seeing them together makes me want them to work. I still just don't know.
That's my baby girl, so I just want the best.
Are you ready to go down into my little English basement?
Do you want me to lead? Do you want me to lead?
I got it. Help me grab my mail.
Jury duty.
Oh, I like this ride.
Okay, well, we have a fake fig.
Kitchen. We have...
Oh my God, her fridge is bare.
Okay, there's some protein shakes.
Like, what am I looking at here?
I have one thing of white wine.
What is going on there?
What is this place? Oh, here we go.
What is going on?
It's for the Bible studies that I host.
Wow.
I love San Diego. It's like where I want to raise my family. I'm excited for us to maybe just go spend some time there, get more of a feel for it before like you completely commit to it.
Yeah, so that I feel better about it.
Wow, that's a big move.
It's just far from the family, as you know, like that's the tough part.
Yeah, that's very far from his family.
Okay, now you and I got engaged, and then I started thinking about, okay, this is now something very serious. I've made it clear that like I care a lot about my parents.
He's not gonna want to move to San Diego.
Considering moving to San Diego for this woman is not exciting for them, and therefore it's not exciting for me.
Out of the pods, it seems like, moving to San Diego is something that you're excited about. It is a bit of a surprise to hear like how much of a concession it is.
Mm-hmm.
I have a huge family in San Diego, and so like I'm so excited for you to like eventually get to meet all of them.
I can definitely say that like I'm not only willing to, like I'm excited about it.
I think you're gonna like it.
She better hope, because if he doesn't want to move to San Diego, this isn't gonna work, obviously. So it sounds like she's not gonna move to Washington.
I feel extremely like vulnerable right now because like I'm leaning in so hard too, and like very sold on you, and it's scary to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm just really worried that you'll just change your mind, but I'm just really excited to do life with you.
I love you, babe.
I love you too.
Yeah, I mean, that's always a concern in a relationship. Like, anyone can change their mind. It just doesn't normally happen 2 weeks after you get engaged. It happens like way down the line, right? People get bored and then they might stray or whatever, but I don't see it happening now.
We've had great, but then when you started like having concerns about the wedding, I'm not just gonna like bend over for my fiance who's now like not sure he wants to get married.
Okay.
I mean, you're into stuff.
Like,
what?
If I had a vagina, I'd be able to compare now the difference between getting kicked in the ass and giving birth. Giving birth is the only time a woman comes close to understanding what it's like when a man has a common cold.
What?
Are you okay?
God, I could win a Nobel Prize if I had a vagina.
My God.
I just have to feel very safe in this relationship.
As far as feeling comfortable and vulnerable and ready, like take the lead. So anyway, how about No.
Oh, man. He does talk a lot. Yeah.
It's gross in here.
Okay, here we go. Cleaning up. Good for you, Hannah.
It's gross in here.
My shirt's smelly. I'm just gonna change shirts real quick.
Okay. These floors get dirty fast. I literally sweeped yesterday and it's already gross.
I think she has OCD for sure.
Will you take this out?
At some point,
please?
I've taken the trash out.
You took it out this morning? Oh, you're taking the trash out now because I asked Nick.
She doesn't seem very happy right now.
It's nice that like if I tell you like, hey Nick, we take the trash out, you do.
Okay.
You should be able to do that. Like I don't want to have to tell you every time. Like
I do take out the trash.
yeah, you do, but I feel like today I had to ask and yesterday I had to ask.
You have to take out the trash every day?
Like how often do you like vacuum and sweep?
Like once every 2 weeks.
I vacuum every single day. Sundays are when I deep clean, where I like scrub the walls, scrub the baseboards.
The cleaning thing for him is going to be like, nope. He looked like he was panicking.
Fridges are expensive. Financially, right?
He looks like he's panicking on the inside.
Who's paying the bills? I think I'm financially more literate than you are. There's nothing wrong with this, but for you, the only bill that you have is just your car. Because you didn't even know if you had car insurance because your parents were paying it, right?
Oh, God. This is awkward.
I'm going to continue to stay on your parents' car insurance when we get married.
What would be the benefit of joining, being together?
That you're paying your own bills.
This conversation is so much. I'd be like, I'll just let my parents pay for it. If they're going to keep paying for it. Oh my God.
Okay, like that.
Yeah, she is looking at it like.
I've been on my own since I'm 18, so I've had to pay all the bills, right? And I contribute to my stocks.
I don't know shit about stocks. Do you know about sports?
Does watching sports make you more financially successful?
I don't think stocks does.
What? Nick.
Can't you lose money from putting money in stock?
Yes, you can, but
you don't have to do that. You just put a little bit of money in different stocks. Me, financially, I'm not stupid and I don't have enough money to be high risk, high reward, so I'm low risk, low reward.
He probably doesn't have one.
I don't know anything. I mean, I just never invested in stuff.
He doesn't have a 401k. He doesn't do any of this. He's been living with his parents since day one.
I think we're both very ambitious people. I think we're both like clean, which is important. You have a good and kind heart, and so do I. Feels like we're best friends.
After this talk, I don't know if it does. He seems like disappointed and like he's gonna cry.
I'm a very good listener. Like, I'm always going to hear you out. I know sometimes you don't think it, but I would protect you. I will.
That's a nice thing to say, Nick. Yeah, there's no way. I don't think they should get married.
What makes you think she was the one for you?
She made me feel like safe and protected, like my emotions were safe. Like I'm able to open up to her. We talked about everything, and she just accepted me for everything.
That's the total package.
Yes, yeah, genuine.
She's ride or die.
I'm riding.
You sure?
100%.
Yeah, they're the ones that are gonna be ride or die.
What is it about him that you like?
He just made me feel safe enough to feel like I could be soft. He don't let me grab nothing. I'm like, used to grab my own shit. I'm like, I got this. He's like, no.
Don't touch that door.
He's very chivalrous.
She should go away for a minute.
Right.
I do have a big question. I love Ashley. I've already asked her, but can I have your daughter's hand in marriage?
Oh my God, his hard swallow.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so good. That's good.
I want the best for her. I want her to be happy, and she does not make decisions lightly.
Yeah, Ashley's smart. She's got a good head on her shoulders.
Become a better man that you want to be, because the better you are.
The better she is. We all are. Yeah.
So I have a vested interest to make sure you don't only succeed, but you excel.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that a lot.
She feels good. She's happy. I'm happy. If Ashley starts talking a little bit differently, sad this, then Daddy gonna kick into motion. Until then, Daddy gonna fall back.
I like that.
And God, I might get emotional.
Oh my God, just.
So y'all got my blessing, but this is my only daughter.
Yeah.
Don't play.
Nah, I'm gonna take care of her.
Yeah, I look forward to the future.
Same.
See, this is like, I really like this whole meeting. I really do. That's the couple that I truly believe in. I really do. All the rest of them, I'm kind of like, it's up in the air.
I'm shocked right
What?
now. I'm just so sorry.
What?
I just cannot believe it.
Have you met his family?
Supposed to on Sunday.
Did Steven leave?
I did find it really weird in Mexico. He said to me, in a year when like a bunch of women are like in my DMs wanting my. And I was like, why would you say that?
He went and did a sleep test last night. Did you do a sleep test last night? I don't know.
He never came back.
I'm just so sorry. You don't deserve that. You really don't.
I felt it coming. Remember, I was like, he's overwhelmed. I called it.
I'm so sorry.
A little bit.
It's disgusting.
Wait, is he there?
I'll text you when I'm done.
And I'll come. Thank you.
What? So he just came in? This is so awkward. What's he gonna say?
Reading those text messages filled with fetishes and like, it's disgusting, Steven.
You're right.
Wait, what? Did he text her a bunch of...
Why did you do this? Why did you propose? Why did you come here? Like, who are you?
Who are you?
I did make a completely stupid mistake while being drunk at a sleep test with somebody who texted me.
You were doing it today, Steven.
What?
You weren't texting today. Okay, let me see your phone.
I deleted the message.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I didn't want to look at it either.
They started yesterday and they went through today.
Oh my God.
I honestly don't remember texting her today because I knew what I was doing. And
who was he texting?
I'm taking full responsibility for this, which is why I'm getting my stuff and I'm leaving you alone.
Great. Before you leave, I would like you to Venmo me the money you owe me for me carrying your weight the last couple days.
Wow.
If you wouldn't mind taking out your phone now to send me the Venmo.
Holy junk. This is awkward.
Ugh. You were like laying in a sleep test bed, texting a girl while you are engaged that you want to do dirty kinks. It was disgusting.
How did she find out?
I truly am sorry for hurting you, for wasting your time, for coming on this show and doing this to you. I shouldn't have come on the show.
Whoa. Wow.
You put a ring on my finger, and
Oh
now
my
you shouldn't have been
God.
on the show?
Yeah, that's...
I'm like, it's just like taking that away from me.
Yeah.
I definitely...
That's effed up, Steven.
I am sorry. I will leave you alone now.
This is like a whole act, huh? He just wanted to be on the show. Oh, I feel so bad for her. I thought she was just a lot and that he was going to feel overwhelmed and that's why he left. I did not think he was just like, wow, gonna like cheat on her already. Like he needs like to fill his void. And then he goes, I should not have come on this show, meaning like he didn't really want this full thing. I feel like he didn't think he'd get this far in this process and maybe just wanted, because when he said, it's terrible. She thought she was going to marry him, dude. And he's just, this is like really gross behavior. I can't believe this is happening. Wow. You guys, now it makes absolute sense why he was bringing up like Instagram pics and some girl will pop in and just be like, I want to suck your D. And I thought that that's because that's what Garrett was saying to him. That's why I got all those thoughts, like maybe Garrett is like talking to an ex or whatever. But then I realized Garrett hasn't dated in 7 years. Oh my God. And then here's the thing that really stood out to me when Steven was talking in Mexico during that whole thing is he goes, well, when you come on the show, and I was like, he just called it a show. And he said, coming on the show. That to me triggered something of like, I think he wanted to come on the show, be on a show for all of the attention to get what he was just describing in Mexico. All of the girls reaching out going like, oh my God, I see you on there. I don't care who you're with. Let's hook up because you were on TV. Yeah, that's gross. That's really gross. And now I think that that's why he came on the show. And I think that he must be very manipulative. If he got past, he had to get past producers to be genuinely want to be there. And then he, had to kind of sway Monica to be on his side. I don't think that he disliked Monica. I don't think he was like lying the entire time. But I do think he came on to the show to get attention and validation and planned on probably kicking rocks once they got to the hometown. I mean, I think that was obviously a cry for help. I'm wondering how she found out. I think maybe the producers have a link to your phone. Maybe. How did she find out that he was sending those? Like how did she find out? I'm curious. I'm glad she found out like now rather than way later. He seemed like he was done. And honestly, I don't think he was ever truly, really, really in it because remember when he was in Mexico going like, I don't know. I just don't want to feel overwhelmed there. And I feel like, what else did he say? He's like, it's a really huge decision. He kept saying the word overwhelmed. And I was like, I don't think he wants to do this. And now I'm thinking he never really wanted to do it. He just wanted to come on the show to get attention from girls who will roll up now in his DMs and he'll have the variety of women to do BDSM stuff with. Truly. I think that's what Steven wanted. And I'm like, you probably could have done that on your own. Just get on. There's apps for that. Like, whatever. But you're dealing with someone's life and their heart in order for you to get attention. That sucks. Because you're playing around with someone's real life and emotions. And I feel bad for Monica. Man. It was really sweet to see Taylor and Garrett there for her. Like it's like I really believe in them and then I don't. And now with her saying San Diego, and like at the top of the conversation, he was like, I don't really think I want to move away from family. And like, if we have kids, like I want them to be close to my grandparents. And like San Diego's really far from Washington, D.C. He was like, I'm not really excited. And then Taylor seemed upset and kept talking. And then at the end of the conversation, it was like Garrett had to say, you know what? I'm looking forward to going to San Diego and I am excited. And I was like, she just talked you into saying that because you were afraid to lose her if you said, I'm not going to San Diego at all. And honestly, I don't think that that Garrett actually wants to go to San Diego. I think that he wants to stay close to his parents. So don't know how that's going to work. Alex and Tim, I was really surprised at how heartfelt that proposal was between Alex's dad and Tim. It was so sweet and so moving. And that makes me want to like fight for them, to be like, God, I hope they work. But I still don't know. I need to see more from Alex's side and really like seeming like she's really in love with Tim before I make that decision. Because I'm like, I don't know. Tyler and Ashley, great meeting with dad, obviously. Like, they're the ones I really believe in. I would bet on it. Give them my money. They'll make it work. Hannah and Nick D. Hannah has OCD, for sure. Should maybe be treated. Because, honey, how do you have time to vacuum and sweep every single day? Don't you have a job? Also, you know there's robot vacuums, right? Like, I would maybe switch to a robot vacuum. That seems like a lot. That's definitely OCD to me. I liked, though, how she had her finances in order. She's been paying her bills. Like, she's got her shit in order, and Nick D doesn't really. Sorry, guys. Nick D's parents have been paying for everything, probably always. So that's going to be a real shock to him. And when Hannah's like, she's looking at him with such disdain of like, you're 20 years old. Like, are you going to come in my insurance or stay with your parents' insurance? And they're paying for you. Like, and he's like, well, what would be the benefit of joining you? And she's like, paying your own bills. And I was like, oh God. Also, I guess if I was Nick, I'd be like, I'll let my parents pay for whatever they want to pay for a long time, for as long as they want to pay for it. If I still had parents and they wanted to pay for stuff, I'd go, yep, go right ahead. But I mean, I'm also with Hannah because I'm also very independent, take care of all my own stuff. Been paying, nobody helps me. You know, I live alone, so I understand where she's coming from. And I would probably also have a difficult time in maybe meeting up with someone who has a lot of their things taken care of by their parents, because I would be a little concerned of like, do you know how to live in an apartment like by yourself and keep it clean and do laundry and do the daily things? But I also think there's a lot of room on Hannah's side for a little bit of laxity so that she's not so hardcore in OCD. And I do think her OCD might need to be treated. Like, I'm like, are you going to a therapist? Because your OCD seems like it's a little up there. I would love for you to have more time, not sweeping and vacuuming every day, like to do better things. But OCD really comes out when you're stressed and things aren't right. Like when my mom was sick, she was sick my whole life growing up, but when it got really bad and she was bedridden, I remember just like going through the entire house when she was in the hospital, when it got really bad, going through the entire house and like reorganizing everything and cleaning it out. And like everything was perfect. To me, I have that OCD as well. Everything needs to be in place before I can get to work, before I can focus. Because if it's not, I feel too chaotic. So I'm with Hannah on that. I don't vacuum every day. That's a little crazy. But I do have a robot vacuum that does stuff for me. So that's cool. I just think that because I don't know that Nick or Hannah actually see themselves getting married. I really don't at this point. I'm like, she keeps going like, well, if we get married, when we get married, like what's going to happen? And I do think this conversation needs to happen. I like that they're having it because we need to get to all that before you guys tie in the knot, because she's right. Like my debt becomes your debt, vice versa. But I also think that maybe her cleaning and OCD can get out of control because the trash didn't even look full when he took it out. And she's also like, you took it out yesterday, but what about today? And I'm like, I don't like, it's probably not full. Like you, like, don't you have a smart trash can? Like you come, are you, I started to malfunction because I was like, I don't have words. Like the trash can probably stay for a couple of days until you fill it up. Like unless it's smelling, everybody relax. Like that was a lot. That was a lot. But I think you can also get more controlling and need more of that control and things to be orderly when you feel out of control in your relationships. And I think that Nick D and Hannah I think they're a little out of, they love each other, but I think it's a little too out of control now. I don't know. I don't see enough like love there right now to see him last. I don't know. And I don't think she respects him enough. And I don't think he feels respected. And I think you need to feel respected in a relationship. Like my partner thinks I'm cool. And I don't think that Hannah thinks that Nick D is cool at all. I think Nick D thinks Hannah is cool, but like I think there needs to be a mutual respect for a relationship to actually happen. And I think the biggest and the best example of mutual respect is with Tyler and Ashley. Boom. Look at them. Compare it everywhere else. They have a mutual respect for each other. This is getting wild. I cannot wait to see if we dig more into Steven and Monica. Like, he was already kind of giving me the ick with, like, when he was talking in Mexico, he kept talking about girls dropping into his DM and be like, I'll suck your D. I was a little bit shook by that. Like, why are you saying this out loud? And now it all makes sense. And I can't wait for more of the reveal. I hope they show us. I love you guys. Please leave a like, leave a comment, share this video. Tell me what you thought about that whole Steven and Monica thing. Were you getting like the ick from him? What do you guys think? I'm curious. No spoilers. If you're ahead, please, please, please. I love you guys. Don't forget we spread hugs, love, and laughter here, Terror Troopers. I love you for being here. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one.